Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Center Parc Stadium in Atlanta, home to the Georgia State Panthers. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the James Madison Dukes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dukes offense will come out first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Quarterback keeps it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in college football. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And how about the big boys up front, paving the way, creating an enormous hole to run through, and that wasn't even close. Like, 3rd and short, maybe you'll get it. No. Clearly got it, clearly dominated the line of scrimmage.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week.
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their 2nd sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep him out of the end zone.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looking for room. It's Moses. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. He's looking to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, no secret. This guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
This should be the last play of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Moses. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still in the 3.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw it.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays.
Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try the run. Makes it past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Dukes look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Reads it, fires complete. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Dukes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Now on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
14, Georgia State, 7.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll try to pop the draw. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Finds space on the right. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets it out fast. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Clock's still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Defense might bring the house here. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. And the Panthers want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. He's got his man across the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet.
Turning it on! Got enough for the 1st. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. First down here for the offense. On the option. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Panthers want to crank the tempo.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Back has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On the move. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's on target and complete. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Got his man quickly. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
On target to the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice game on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Direct snap. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. It's complete to the right. It's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here's a heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab on the left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wide open downfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Buying some time. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what you're off.
He'll off one deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Panthers.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Dukes are threatening in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
Unleashes one deep. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, it it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, James Madison.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit as he throws. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.